Greetings to all of you students. Have a nice day. Today we are going to work out the first problem in case of conversion of a partnership firm into a limited company. A, B and C were in partnership, sharing PL in the ratio of 4:3:1 respectively on 31/3/14. They agreed to sell their business to a limited company. Their position on that date were as follows. Creditors, loan from bank, capital account of A, B and C, land and building, furniture, debtors, stock, cash at bank. The company took the following assets at the valuation shown below. Land 44,000, furniture 22,000, debtor 28,000, stock 24,000, goodwill 8,000. The company also agreed to pay creditors, which was agreed at 15,400. The company pay 3,300 into 10, 33,000 rupee shares of rupees 10 each and balance in cash. The expenses amounted to rupees 1,000. Prepare ledger accounts in the books of the firm. A, B and C were in partnership sharing PL in the ratio of 4:3:2. So students, 4:3:2 is called as old ratio. The profit sharing ratio is 4:3:1 respectively on 31/3/2014. So thus the profit sharing ratio is 4/8, 3/8, 1/8. 4, 3, 1. ಇದು ಬಂದು profit sharing ratio. They agreed to sell their business to a limited company. ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Their position on that date were as follows. ಮೊದಲದಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು creditors. Creditor to be transferred to realization account. Creditor is a external liability. So external liability to be transferred to realization account. Credit side of realization account because creditor is taken over by the company. Next we have loan from bank. Loan from bank to be transferred to realization account. I repeat, loan from bank is an external liability. Therefore, external liability to be transferred to realization account. Then we have capital accounts. Capital account of the partners to be transferred to capital account as balance brought down. ಪಾಲುಗಾರರದು ಬಂಡವಾಳವನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Next we have land and building transferred to debit side of realization account. Furniture transferred to debit side of realization account. Debtor transferred to debit side of realization account. Stock transferred to debit side of realization account. ಈ 4 ಆಸ್ತಿಗಳು realization account ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಅಂತ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾತು ಇಲ್ಲ. Nothing is mentioned about bank taken over in the adjustment. So bank is not taken over by the company. So bank not to be transferred to realization account, bank to be transferred to bank account as to balance brought down. So conclusion, creditor transferred to realization account, loan from bank transferred to realization account, capital balance of A, B, C transferred to capital account as balance brought down. Next we have land and building, furniture, data, stock. All these four assets to be transferred to debit side of realization account. Cash at bank to be transferred to bank account as to balance brought down. The company took the following assets at the valuation shown below. Land 44,000, furniture 22,000, debtor 28,000, stock 24,000, then goodwill 8,000. So that means company have taken over all assets except bank. Ella ಆಸ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, goodwill ಸಮೇತ, including goodwill also. All assets are taken over by the company, but cash is not taken over. So thus, cash at bank to be transferred to bank account as balance brought down. Thus, 5 assets are taken over by the company. The company also agreed to pay creditors, which was agreed at 15,400. That means creditor is taken over. ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟಿಗಳು ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ಲೋನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ, ಲೋನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ creditors is taken over by the company at 15,400. Loan from bank, no information. So loan from bank is not taken over. Hence, it should be paid by the partnership firm. I repeat from the beginning, all assets are taken over by the company except bank. There are two liabilities, only one liability is taken over by the company. Creditor is taken over by the company. So bank is not taken over by the company. Loan from bank is not taken over by the company. And hence loan from bank should be paid by the partnership firm. The company paid 3,300 into 10 rupee, 33,000 worth of shares and balance in cash. The expenses amounted to rupees 1,000. That means the company paid 33,000 rupee in the form of shares, balance in the form of cash. How much they pay in the form of cash, don't know. So you can't go for net payment method. The payment are in two forms. 33,000 rupee share, balance in cash. So partly share, partly cash. ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ 33,000, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಭಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಉಳಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್, ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಕ್ಯಾಶು ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಓವರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಓವರ್. ಏನೇನು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಓವರ್? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಓವರ್? ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡೆಟಾರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್. ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ಹೀಗೆ ಪಿ ಸಿ ನ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಪಿ ಸಿ should be calculated through net asset method, and realization expenses is rupees 1,000. So this will come in debit side of realization account. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಎರಡು ಪಾವತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅವರು ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಪಾವತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸಾಲ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇಂದ ಪಡೆದಿರೋ ಸಾಲ 8,000, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಖರ್ಚು 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. So total payment by the partnership firm is 9,000. The partnership firm has to make two payments. One, loan from bank 8,000, because it is not taken over by the company, and the firm has to pay 1000 rupee towards expenses. So company has to pay, the firm has to pay 9000 rupees. Let us prepare the ledger accounts. How to calculate the PC? The PC is to be calculated by net asset method. Land 44,000, furniture 22,000, debtors 28,000, stock 24,000, goodwill 8,000. Totally 5 assets are taken over by the company. So total asset taken over, ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಆಸ್ತಿಗಳು ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು 1,26,000 less creditors taken over 15,400. ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ PC ಬಂದು 1,10,600. So how do you calculate PC? Assets taken over minus liability taken over. So total PC is 1,10,600. Out of 1,10,600, 33,000 is paid in the form of shares. ಉಳಿದ 77,600 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Out of 1,10,600, 33,000 is paid in the form of shares. Balance is paid in the form of cash. That's 77,600. Now let us prepare this realization account. So realization account. Debit side we write to land and building, to debtor, to stock, to furniture. Idenidu step number 1, transfer all assets to debit side of realization account. So asset kade iro anta assets annu, balance sheet alli iro anta assets annu realization account ge tagond barabeku. Get the assets from the balance sheet to the debit side of realization account. There are totally 5 assets in the balance sheet. Don't transfer cash at bank. Excluding cash at bank, transfer the remaining 4 assets. So bring land and building, bring debtor, bring stock, bring furniture from the balance sheet. So these are the first step of realization account. Transfer assets to debit side. Next, credit side, by creditors, transfer the liabilities to credit side. So by creditors and by loan from bank. So bring the liability from the balance sheet to the credit side of realization account. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹಂತ ಆಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ. ಎರಡನೇ ಹಂತ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ. ತದನಂತರ you get by purchasing company 1,10,600. That's called PC, purchase consideration. So 1,10,600 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಆಸ್ತಿನ ಕೊಂಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So they have purchased at 1,10,600 the firm. Debit side you write to bank 9,000. What's this 9,000? Expenses 1,000 rupee paid by the firm and 8,000 rupee loan paid by the firm. The loan from bank is not taken over by the company. Not taken over, should be paid. So 8,000 loan you should pay plus 1,000 rupee expense you should pay. Totally 9,000 partnership firm has to pay. Therefore, the resulting is you get realization profit of 9,600 to be transferred to all partners capital account. 9,600 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಪ್ರಕಾರ 4,800 for A, 3,600 for B, 1,200 for C. Now all partners capital account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಬರಬಹುದು? By balance brought down, bring the capital balance of the partners. So ಪಾಲುಗಾರರದು ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ. By balance brought down 40, 30, 26. ಇದು 3 ತಗೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ. ತದನಂತರ by RP. By RP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ಈ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಗೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂತ ಲಾಭನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ. What profit you distributed in debit side of realization account, bring it to credit side of capital account. Then distribute the shares. 33,000 rupee shares are given by purchasing company. Company kodo anta shares ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಗೆ 14,000 ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ಬಿ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ 10,500, ಸಿ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ 8,500. ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್: total of credit minus total of debit if any. ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋನ ಹೇಗೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲ್ ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್: A should be paid 30,800, B should be paid 23,100, C should be paid 18,700 at the time of dissolution of partnership firm. Now we shall go through how final capital balance ratio is calculated. So we have a working note in this slide how to calculate final capital balance ratio. As explained in the previous slides, credit total in capital account minus debit total in capital account. So credit side irodu capital of A, B, C plus credit side of capital account we have realization profit. Total of credit side 4,44,800, 33,600, 27,200. But debit kade yavdu illa. So therefore FCB final capital ratio for 444 is to 336 is to 272. That means 448 divided by 1056, 336 divided by 1056, 272 divided by 1056. 1056 ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು? 448 plus 336 plus 272. So the company is giving 33,000 rupee shares to the firm. That 33,000 share to be distributed in 444 is to 336 is to 272. So adu prakara shares galannu partner galige ಹಂಚ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So this is final capital balance ratio. Bank account. Debit side to balance brought down 4,000. Cash at bank available in the balance sheet. Balance sheet question ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ bank balance ತಗೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ bank is not taken over by the company. Bring down the bank balance 4,000 and purchasing company gives 77,600 in the form of cash. Total PC 1,09,600. Sorry, 1,10,600. 1,10,600 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 33,000 is in the form of shares, 77,600 is in the form of cash. So take the cash amount paid by the purchasing company in the debit side, receipt side. Payment kade we have buy realization account, that is bank loan paid, expenses 1,000 rupee paid. Then final capital balance of A, B, C is taken in bank account. Thereby the bank account tallies. Purchasing company account, how to prepare? Dear students, remember, when we prepare realization account, credit side we have written by P company. There it is credit, transfer here to debit. So you need to transfer here to debit. So it is recorded in the debit side as 1,10,600. So 1,10,600 is recorded in credit side of realization account as by purchasing company. There it is credit, here it is debit. So realization account ಅನ್ನು prepare ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ಬೈ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೈ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ PC is 1,10,600 paid by the company. ಈ 1,10,600 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಪಾವತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? How payment is made? 33,000 in the form of shares, 77,600 is in the form of cash. That is treated as bank. Next, how do you prepare shares account? Now students, just to remember the previous slide. In the previous slide, purchasing company account, credit side, you have written buy shares. Credit side, you have written buy shares. There it is credit, here it is debit. So in debit side, you write 33,000. In the sense, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ಬೈ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಹಿಂದಿನ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 33,000 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಈ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ 33,000 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪಾಲುಗಾರರು ಎ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿ ಗೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಅಮಂಗ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ in final capital balance ratio. Dear students, thank you for watching and have a patient listening. Have a nice day. Thank you.